Okay,
I went against my own
now we
rule.
have our third speaker. This is going to be Beverly Murray, and what she wants to tell you is her speech is going to be on how to do an evaluation, which is a perfect segue into our next segment of Toastmasters. So, Beverly Murray.
How many of you have ever heard that in order to be an expert at something, you have to do it for 10,000 hours?
Great.
Okay. All right. So, then you know that in order to be an effective public speaker, you have to put in a lot of time, right? And so one aspect of public speaking that we all do here in Toastmasters to give feedback is evaluation. So I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking with you and kind of sharing with you some of the things that I've read to try to be a better evaluator. So the first thing that I read are there are 3 big roles that you take on when you choose to evaluate someone. And the first one is as a motivator, because you want to motivate that person to be a better speaker, to recognize what they do well, to recognize what maybe they need some work on, right? The second role is as a facilitator, because you want to help that person get better at what they do well and pull up some of the things that they might need to work on. And then the third role is as a counselor. Believe it or not, what you say and how you say it is very impactful to people who spend their time giving a speech. In fact, want to say that for me anyway, when someone evaluates me and I sometimes don't feel like they are giving it their all, so to speak, I sometimes don't get out of it what I think I put into it in terms of a speech. So just as a brief reminder, a speech is just your opinion about what someone else has said. And so don't be so serious. It's not that deep. Do you have an opinion? I have an opinion, right? You have an opinion, you have an opinion, and we aren't all right or wrong. It's just your honest feedback about the person's speech. So we don't have to sweat it and go, oh my goodness. But at the same time, because you want to be a counselor, a facilitator, a motivator, you want to make sure that the opinions that you're giving are well organized and that the feedback that you're giving is helpful. So sometimes if you go to a contest and watch people give evaluations, now you know they don't give completely impromptu evaluations at a contest, or they would be some of the best speakers we've ever heard. You know what they do? They take a quote and maybe they memorize 5 or 6 of them. Whatever the speech is about, they take one of the quotes out of their back pocket, apply it to the speech quickly, and move on. So memorize a few quotes so that you give people some valuable information. What about speaking tips? You all know some. Memorize 5 or 6 that are very vital. Learn something new yourself and then share it with somebody who's... I wanted to also talk about different methods for evaluation because I looked up some and I wanted to share them with you. Now the way that we evaluate at this club is you give a speech and then your evaluator spends 2 to 3 minutes kind of running through your speech, what you did well, where you could improve. But this particular article that I read has several different methods of evaluation, and I thought I would share them with you. Sorry about that. I thought I would share them with you, because somebody's going to evaluate me and say it's talking to the floor. All right. One of them was called panel discussions. So in a panel discussion, all 3 of the evaluators evaluate all of the speakers. So they make notes on every speaker. They come up They're a panel, and the master evaluator asks them questions, and they give general comments about all 3 speeches. Okay? Specialized evaluations, each evaluator evaluates all speeches taking a particular part. So evaluator 1 might be the person who looks at the intros. Evaluator 2 might be vocal variety or gestures. Evaluator 3 might be the summary or the ending. It can be any part of the speech. Let's see, recorded speeches. Speeches are recorded and they're played back live at the meeting, and then that's when you evaluate them by having them do that. The 4th method is a dialogue between the speaker and the evaluator. So this time, the evaluator will ask the speaker questions. What did you think you did well? You would answer. It gives the speaker some time to kind of think about, okay, I think I did this well. And sometimes, you know how people kind of want to respond, but we're not allowed to say something? In that method, you're actually allowed to have a give and take. So what I hope I've done is motivate you to give the best evaluations that you can. Learn a lot about speaking, share it with everybody, and the whole club, I hope, will benefit. Thank you very much, Madam Mistress. I'm all wrong today, sorry.